Good morning everybody. This is Mommy with Flowers by the Bunch. So today I am going to make a baby boy arrangement in a glass vase. This is just a traditional glass vase filled with fresh water, and I added a little bit of flower food to the water so that it would feed the flowers. So I'm going to start out with a little bit of leather leaf, and this is a very large piece of leather leaf, so I am going to take it. I'm going to peel back some of these fronds. I'm going to keep those because I can use them for smaller arrangements. I'm going to cut that greenery and tuck it right into my vase. So I'm just filling up this vase with this greenery. Now you want to try your very best not to let the greenery fall below the water line. And the reason we do that is so that it doesn't cause bacteria to grow in that water. It just keeps the flowers alive longer. So I've got my leather leaf tucked in. And so this is going to give me a base for this arrangement. Next, I'm going to come in with a little bit of pretty foliage. This is Dusty Miller foliage. I'm going to peel it back just a little bit, like this one's broken, so I'm going to pull that back. And like I said, I don't want that that foliage to fall below the water line, so I'm just removing any foliage that might fall below the water line. I like Dusty Miller. I like the way it looks in an arrangement. It's a little different. We don't have it all the time, so it's fun to work with. All right, next I'm going to start with this hydrangea. This is what we call, it's actually a dyed hydrangea, and it's called a unicorn. And it's just so pretty. It's just a really pretty flower. And so I am going to take that and I'm going to tuck it kind of right there in the front, just to kind of be my little focal, okay? And then I'm going to come in with my lime flower. Now I have these beautiful snapdragons. These are actually a very large, pretty stem. These are white snapdragons, and snapdragons come in lots of colors. So you can use them for just about anything. But this white is really pretty, and I thought it would be perfect for this baby boy arrangement. So I always like to kind of graduate down in height with my flowers. And so you can kind of see how I've kind of stair-stepped those flowers in that arrangement. Then I'm going to come in with a little bit of filler flower. Now, you can arrange your flowers in any way you want to, meaning you can put your lime flower in last. You can put it in first. It doesn't really matter as long as it's arranged pretty. I don't think there's really a rule about how you like to place your flowers, in what way you place them, in what order. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and look at it really quickly. Adjust them. Okay, so there is my lime flower and then my base hydrangea. I just pinched the top out because it was broken, so I pinched that right out. Next, I'm going to come in with my Gerbera Daisies. Now, these are my focal flowers. These are my face flowers. I'm pulling this little straw off. I don't like the color of this green, and for me, I feel like it shows up too much. So I'm pulling that straw off. I'm taking a little wire, and I'm going to wire the head of this Gerbera. This is not necessary. Not all florists do this. I like to do it because it gives me a little more control of the flower. I'm actually going to look, so this is a smaller Gerbera daisy than this one, so I'm going to stagger them this way, okay? So I'm going to use this one as the base, as my bottom flower, and then the smaller one as the top flower. And I'm just wiring both of those because, like I said, it gives me a little more control of the flower. So I am going to I always like to take my vase and measure it up. So I don't want it quite this tall, so I'm going to pull it to the side. I want it about here. So this is where I'm going to cut the flower and tuck that right into the front, just like that.
Yes.
And then the next flower I'm going to take, I would like it to fall about here, okay? So I'm kind of measuring it up. Now, remember, you can always cut more off, but you can't add stem to it. So don't overcut. Always be very conservative with your cut. And it's strictly because if you cut it too short, it's gonna be too short. There's just no fixing it if you cut too much off. But you can always cut a little more off. So always be conservative with your cut. So there's our Gerbera Daisies. I have some pretty orange spray roses I'm gonna tuck into this arrangement. So with this arrangement, because it's for a little boy, I'm just using more primary colors, just brighter, more primary colors. Tuck my, where am I gonna put this one? A little lower. My little orange spray roses. I have yellow tulips. Aren't they pretty? So spring. So I'm gonna tuck a few of these little tulips over here to the side. Now, let me tell you a trick about how to keep this flower arrangement fresher longer. So in order to keep it fresh, when flowers are delivered to you at your home, or if you bring flowers home, you're going to want to place them in a spot that doesn't have a draft. So if there is a vent overhead, do not place the flowers directly under the vent. The vent is going to either be too cool on them or too warm, so place them away from a vent. Next, you're going to want to change your water every other day. If you change that water, you're going to pull your flowers out just like this, hold them in your hand, pour the water out, change the water. Give these stems a good cut. Use a good pair of kitchen scissors, or even a paring knife is perfect. Give them a fresh cut, drop them back in that fresh water, and you can enjoy them longer. I do that every other day, and my flowers last longer for me. Lastly, as the blooms start to fade in the arrangement, pull those blooms out, rearrange it just a little bit so it's pretty, and you can enjoy your flowers longer. Okay, so there's our arrangement. Next, what I'm going to do is, because this is for a baby boy, I'm going to put a little bit of ribbon on this arrangement. So let's see. I don't know if I brought a pair of, yep, I did, good. Pair of scissors under all of my mess. So I am just going to do several loops for a bow. I'm not going to do a big fancy bow. So I'm going to start with, I'm leaving a little bit of a tail here. I'm going to make a loop, and then I'm going to twist. The reason I'm twisting is because I want the print on the front. I'm going to make another loop. I'm going to twist to put that print on the front, make one more loop, and make a twist to give me a tail. I'm going to cut my ribbon here for a tail, and then I'm going to take, let's see, I got my wood pick. I'm going to take a little piece of wire, take a little piece of wire, and I am going to take that wire and lay it right there up underneath my thumb. And then I'm going to twist it tight. Okay, so there's my little bow. And then I'm going to come back and trim up my tails. I'm going to add a Koei wood pick to the back. And I am just going to add that bow right onto that wood pick. And that way I can stick this little bow right into my arrangement. I'm going to trim up my tails just a little bit, and I'm just going to do kind of a diagonal cut on that ribbon. And then I'm going to tuck this bow just right in to this flower arrangement. Pinch that off because it's a little big. And there we go. We have a sweet baby boy arrangement. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. Go and like and follow our page. We're also on Facebook, and we're on Instagram, and we're on TikTok. So if you want to see us in any more of those platforms, please check us out there. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon.